This is Hope Channel Zambia media that changes lives. Thank you so much for joining us on our main news bulletin. My name is Mwene Mianga and George Kalimukwa is our sign language caster. Stories making headlines today. President Hichilema pushes for joint ventures to drive inclusive economic growth. Luansha District Commissioner calls for continued support to keep girls in schools. And a $5.2 million rural water project rolled out in Mwense District. Zagma pushes for inclusivity and awareness in church music ministry. Much more stories are coming up shortly.
It's the FIFA Club World Cup semi-finals on Top Star. For just 210 kwacha on Antenna Classic HD Smart. Witness the four heavyweights battle for a spot in the final. Starting Tuesday, July, when Fluminense take on Chelsea at 21 hours in a South American and European clash. Then on Wednesday, 9th July, it's all or nothing as two European giants face off. Catch PSG versus Real Madrid on Wednesday at 21 hours. Every pass, every tackle, every goal. All live on World Football. Only on Top Star. Grab your Top Star decoder today and don't miss a second of the Club World Cup heats. Top Star. Enjoy digital life.
Thank you so much once again for joining us. Here are the details. President Hakainde Hichilema has reaffirmed Zambia's commitment to building strong economic partnerships through joint ventures, value addition, and responsible foreign direct investment. Speaking during a meeting with U.S. Ambassador to Zambia, President Hichilema said the country is prioritizing investment models that promote shared ownership, skills transfer, and inclusive economic growth, moving away from legacy models where foreign investors held 100% equity in local ventures. The president emphasized that Zambia welcomes American investors, but prefers joint ventures that include local equity participation in management roles to ensure mutual benefit and protection of shared interests. He also highlighted the importance of value addition in the mining sector, noting the ongoing efforts to process more minerals locally rather than exporting raw materials. Mr. Hichilema urged U.S. businesses to support Zambia with technology and faster decision-making to help the country meet its copper production.
We are looking for partnerships, joint ventures. My comments colleague there. Joint ventures, partnerships, vested interest in each other to exploit our mineral resources in a manner that benefits the partner, investment partner, in a manner that benefits the country. I'm just giving context. I think our reset, and given President Trump's push for transactions, for trade, this is the biggest opportunity. I see myself. I think we will get so busy if we start focusing on these things, working together, positively, and shared interest. And when we have joint ventures, Ambassador Gonzalez, from my business scenes, we will have a reason to work together and protect each other's business. Because we have joint businesses. We don't want the model of the past where FDI came and they had 100% of shares in our country. No. We want an FDI that comes, that works with us at the equity level, at the management level. We want the best skills, even if they're from outside. But if one skilled person helps us to employ 100 Zambians, I return to joint ventures, I return to certain things, but back now to value addition. We would like to process more. Right now, our mind is not here. We are working, Minister of Finance, you're here. We're working to get our concentrates out for a period because our processing plants are down. I support what he's doing because the American people bought his message and voted for him in all the 6, 7 swing states. I can't remember the number now. So you're doing the right thing for the people of America. It's for us to do what is right for the people of Zambia. And that must be respected also, Ambassador Gonzalez. You diplomats must respect that we are doing what is supposed to be done for the people of Zambia first.
Meanwhile, President Hakainde Hichilema has addressed recent public speculation surrounding his absence from the spotlight, saying it was a deliberate decision out of respect for a national mourning period. Speaking during a meeting with the United States ambassador to Zambia, President Hichilema clarified that he had chosen not to travel locally or abroad over the past month in order to focus on finding closure over the funeral and burial of former President Edgar Lungu. He noted that while some may have misinterpreted his absence, it was rooted in cultural respect for the departed and part of a broader effort to quietly engage with the bereaved family to resolve matters privately. The president explained that in his absence, various cabinet ministers were delegated to represent him at key international events, including the Lobito Corridor meeting in Angola, the Mattei Plan gathering in Italy, and engagements in Spain focused on financing development projects. He also responded to viral claims on social media suggesting that he was gravely ill, dismissing them as unnecessary and unfounded.
If you notice, in the last 1 month, I've not been traveling outside, even inside, because of the funeral that we need to put to bed. It's a decision I've taken. I don't want to be misunderstood by fellow citizens. So the minister went to represent me and the minister of transport at the Lobito Corridor. I think they had good meetings, met some US businesses there. And this Minister of Finance represented me at a meeting I really wanted to go to in Italy over the Mattei Plan. And I think we had very good meetings, touched on Lobito. That meeting also touched on Lobito. Also the Minister of Foreign Affairs represented me in, where were you recently? In Spain. A meeting that is financing for development, similar things we're talking about. And I chose to stay around, I'm just repeating this, so that we can find closure to this funeral. We can't have a situation like this. It's really unnecessary. It's not the way we respect the dead in our culture, African culture. I believe many cultures. So we're looking for a solution in that direction. Quietly, we're talking to each other with the family. I thought I should say so. So since we live together here, you will know why the president is taking a little bit of not too much pushing things. So I saw in the social media, because I scan social media, they think I'm dying tomorrow. Someone said, he has not been seen, even traditional ceremony. Actually, traditional ceremony last weekend, I sent another minister to represent. It's deliberate. It's a decision I've taken.
Luansha District Commissioner Paul Malele has urged parents and teachers to continue supporting girls in education, saying it is the foundation for helping them make bold and impactful decisions in life. Mr. Malele said an educated girl becomes courageous and ready to take on challenging leadership roles, including positions in government and public services. He commended the government for its commitment to providing free education, especially for girls seeking a second chance at schooling. He also praised the ongoing efforts to strengthen infrastructure and improve teacher-to-student ratios through the recruitment of thousands of teachers nationwide. The district commissioner made the remarks during the 2025 annual symposium of the Keeping Girls in School and Beyond initiative, held under the theme Empowering Girls, Creating a Prosperous Human Capital.
When we talk about empowering a girl, we are talking about transforming a family, communities, and the nation at large. Girls' education is a smart investment. It reduces poverty, improves health, and creates future leaders. An empowered girl becomes a confident woman. A confident woman becomes a pillar in the national development. Allow me to commend the New Dawn government led by the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, for its strong commitment to education and gender equity. Under this administration, we have seen bold steps taken through the free education. The free education policy, which is applicable. I think you are coming to school, you are not paying anything, are you? Are you paying something? The recruitment of thousands of teachers and increased support for learners in rural and vulnerable communities, rooted in the belief that every child, especially the girl child, deserves a chance to succeed. This initiative is part of a broader drive to strengthen educational infrastructure, teacher capacity, and learner outcomes, with a special focus on equity and inclusion. Your collaboration is not only appreciated, it is making a tangible difference in the lives of our children. To our teachers, continue to shape young minds with passion and dedication. Parents and guardians, support your daughter's education with everything you have. To the girls, this is your time. Be bold, dream big, take up space. Your voice matters. Your dreams are valid, and your contribution to Zambia's future is needed.
The Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, has launched a nationwide crackdown on illegal cannabis cultivation, leading to major seizures and arrests in several provinces. The operation, dubbed Operation Valleys, is targeting strategic growing areas across the country where cannabis production has become rampant. DEC Public Relations Officer Alan Tamba, in a statement, said in Kafue District's Chifwema area, officers arrested 27-year-old Clifford Chinyana of Lukumba village for the unlawful cultivation of 8.7 tons of cannabis plants. The drugs were allegedly intended for local sale in Chivolia and for international trafficking, particularly to Western countries where laws around cannabis use are changing. He said in Eastern Province, 3 suspects were arrested in Chalasa village of Mambwe district in Nyimba. The officers apprehended 26-year-old Benson Zulu for trafficking over 21 kilograms of loose cannabis, commonly referred to as Malawian gold. Meanwhile, in Mpika district of Muchinga province, a Tanzanian national was arrested for trafficking 7.4 kilograms of compressed cannabis concealed in a passenger bus traveling from Lusaka to Tundama.
The Drug Enforcement Commission has launched a landmark crackdown on illicit cannabis cultivation schemes countrywide. Codenamed Operation Valleys, the crackdown has resulted in 2 significant cannabis seizures and the arrest of several notorious growers in strategic valleys across the country. In Chifwema area in Kafue district, the Commission has apprehended a peasant farmer identified as Clifford Chinyana, male age 27 of Lukumba village. Chinyana has been apprehended in connection with the offense of unlawful cultivation of 8.7 tons of cannabis plants pursuant to Section 19 of the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act No. 35 of 2021 of the laws of the Republic of Zambia. Evidence shows that the said drugs were destined for sale locally in Chigolia community and the international market, especially in selected Western countries where policy and legislative frameworks are tilting towards decriminalization of possession and recreational use of marijuana. Meanwhile, in the Eastern Province, the Commission has arrested 3 suspects in separate operations conducted in Chalasa village in Mambwe district. The arrests are in connection with offenses of illegal cultivation and trafficking of cannabis with combined total weights of 3.7 tons worth of plants and 988 kilograms of dry loose cannabis. Those arrested include Francis Chulu, male age 26, Jackson Chulu, male age 20, and Brian Nkoma, male age 23. In another operation conducted by officers in Inyimba district, the Commission has arrested Benson Zulu, male age 26. The arrest is in connection with the offense of trafficking in 21.8 kilograms of loose cannabis, popularly known as Malawian gold. Furthermore, in Mpika district in Muchinga province, officers have arrested Feston Mwandete, a male Tanzanian national, aged 46. The arrest is in connection with the offense of trafficking in 7.4 kilograms of compressed cannabis, which the suspect had concealed inside a public passenger bus en route to Tanzania, Tunduma from Lusaka. All suspects have since been placed in lawful custody, awaiting to appear before competent courts soon. We wish to call on members of the general public to continue reporting suspicious activities to the Commission so that by acting together we can create a conducive environment free of drug and substance abuse.
We have more news coming after this set of commercials.
Get ready, ladies of faith. The Southern Zambia Union Conference Women's Ministries Congress is here. Dates 23rd to 27th July 2025. Venue Mulungushi University in Kabwe. Registration is 1,900 kwacha only. This covers your accommodation, meals, conferencing costs, and a special conference pack. Don't miss out on this powerful lineup of speakers. Dr. Loveness Ndebele, covering Flourishing in Faith. Dr. Vani Munyumbwe, covering Flourishing in Leadership. Dr. Gift Mwemba, The Happening Woman, Flourishing in Self-Excellency. Dr. Messi Imakando, Flourishing in Health. Miss Venus Hampinda, Flourishing in Finances, and Pastor Mazuba Mwanamujende, Prayer Power. Pray, persist, prevail. Come and be empowered, inspired, and transformed. Register today and join the movement of women flourishing in faith.
Welcome to Brave Gardens, the perfect venue for unforgettable moments.
Whether it's a kitchen party, a dreamy outdoor wedding, a vibrant birthday celebration, or a fun-filled family day, Brave's Garden is the place to be.
Brave Garden offers a beautiful outdoor space with a swimming pool, kids play park, and a peaceful environment for any events.
We've got more than just space. Enjoy mouth-watering meals at our restaurant and bring the kids for school trips that blend fun and learning. Spacious, scenic outdoor setting, sparkling swimming pool, fun-filled kids play park, friendly staff, and flexible packages.
At Brave Gardens, quality doesn't break the bank. We offer flexible packages at affordable rates to make your day special and stress-free.
Nested in a serene and secure environment, Brave's Garden offers the perfect backdrop for memories that last a lifetime.
Why wait? Come spend your day at Brave Gardens.
Situated just 24 kilometers from Lusaka CBD off Kafue Road. Call or WhatsApp us now to book your date or schedule a visit on 0977 321 919 or 0966 758 693 or 0773 198 960. Braves Garden. Let us help you host your special day the brave way.
Thank you for still staying with us. We continue with the rest of the news. A $5.2 million rural water supply initiative has been implemented in Mwense district under the Integrated Small Towns Water Supply and Sanitation Program. Ministry of Information and Media Director Henry Kapata says the project is part of government's broader national strategy to expand access to safe and reliable water in rural communities.
We are here in Mwense, Luapula province, where a major rural water project has been delivered under government's national program to expand access to safe and reliable water in rural communities. This is under the Integrated Small Towns Water Supply and Sanitation Program. The project was financed through a $5.2 million US loan from the Africa Development Bank. It covers both Mwense and the Kaomba districts under what is known as Lot 2. In Mwense, a new weir has been constructed in Geshom village. This will capture and channel raw water into the system through a 10-kilometer pipeline using 160-millimeter UVPC pipe. To ensure safe treatment, the system includes a through-slow sand filters designed to clean the water before storage. 2 tanks have been built. The first is an elevated 300 cubic meters tank. The second is a 1,000 cubic meter ground tank. These are supported by another 10-kilometer network of distribution pipes that will take clean water to communities. Luapula province is a province blessed with water. Rivers and streams are everywhere, but the challenge has always been delivery. This project is changing that.
With that, then we will be prone to diseases. So this project has come at the right time, and everyone in Mwense is appreciating what the government has done. And we also, as a district, we are saying thank you very much for the work that has been done by Luapula Water and Sewerage Company.
Civil rights activist Amitej Mumbwali has raised concern over the handling of alleged burial wishes of a former president, calling for credible and verifiable evidence before such wishes are enforced or debated in the public domain. Speaking on Hope Live, Mumbwali argued that any claimed wishes of a deceased person should be backed by collaborative testimony, especially since the individual can no longer defend or clarify those claims. He emphasized the importance of such wishes being entrusted to credible institutions or individuals such as lawyers, religious leaders, or organizations known for integrity to avoid manipulation. While the current situation involves a prominent lawyer who announced the late president's supposed wishes, Mumbwali pointed out the risk of conflict of interest. He said despite the lawyer's professional standing, he is also an active politician, which could influence the interpretation or presentation of the message.
Wishes of a dying person should actually have collaborative evidence, because I can manipulate, because a dying person or a dead person has no defense. He can't defend himself. So it should come from the person that we credibly trust that yes, this is the wish of a person who has died. So the question is not really at the moment whether he wished, but the question now is, where is that wish? Who was given that wish? When you leave a will, you leave it with either your lawyer or maybe with a religious leader or any institution that is of credible standing in society. Now, we'll give it a benefit of doubt, because after all, the person who announced the wishes of the president is a credible man, because he's a lawyer by profession. He belongs to an institution of integrity. He is trained to tell the truth in court. So we presumably presume that he told us the truth. But then, even when he has told us the truth, there's conflict of interest because he's an active politician who might be serving in the interest of his own politics or in other people's interest. So we want to establish the wishes of the president who died. But now the question is, Brother Bright, according to what we were told, the wishes of the president, there are key issues. He says, I wish to be buried in Zambia. Okay? The former president. Before you even go to the second wish, you start thinking, where else would you have wished to be buried, if not in Zambia, the country that you ruled? The second wish is that I wish that the particular person should not be close to my body. Okay? So these are key statements. Now, he wishes to be buried in Zambia, but we see the family insisting to bury him in South Africa. And then you wonder that, are they breaching his wish also? Or is it because his wish was too difficult to attain? Why is he not buried in Zambia if the wish matters? Second thing is, this person says, I don't want this person to be close to my body. You know, for me, if I'm arguing, I'll say, by what measurement, by what distance, how far should you not be close? Because South Africa is already closed. KK International Airport is already closed. The Embassy Park there is already closed. So how far should you not be?
The Zambia A Cappella Gospel Music Awards, ZAGMA, says the church has played a supportive role in promoting a cappella music, although more needs to be done to build awareness and understanding among church members. Speaking on Hope Live on Hope Channel Zambia, ZAGMA representative Blessed Mwanza observed that while the church as an institution provides an inclusive platform for all music styles, both a cappella and instrumental, there is often misunderstanding at the local church level. In some congregations, a cappella singers, especially young people, face resistance when they incorporate vocal percussions despite using only their voices. At the same time, similar reactions are observed with instrumental music. Citing as an example, Mr. Mwansa said playing live drums during worship may raise concern, but playing a pre-recorded drum track from a CD is often accepted without question. ZAGMA believes this inconsistency stems from a lack of clear understanding about music forms like a cappella, which rely on vocal creativity to replicate the role of instruments. The organization emphasized that the church has laid the foundation, but continued to build support from church leaders, members, and the singers themselves is crucial to allow all musical expressions to flourish in worship service.
I think the church has been supportive, though not deliberate.
Sure.
Because I say so, like I said earlier, much of the music we sing in church is cappella music. But I see a bit of ignorance on most members, not really the church as an organization, because the church has already given us a platform. They don't segregate. You can sing a cappella, you can sing with instruments. The church has given us that platform. But as you go from congregation to congregation, you find that the notion begin to change depending on how people interpret a cappella music.
Yeah.
So when they find people singing, especially, I'll give you an example. When the young people, for example, are singing and they use percussions, you know, where you do drums using your voice, it becomes a problem. But when they sing without doing percussions, everybody will be okay. Exactly. It's like what happens also for those who do instrumental music. If you were to bring a drum set in church, it would be a problem. But if you go and record the same drums, put them on a CD, come and play in church, everyone's okay.
Yeah.
So this is why I was saying this platform, you know, will help also provide information, because it's just lack of understanding. Because what a cappella singers do is basically to imitate what an instrument does, you know, and they use their voices. So it's neither here nor there, it's an issue of understanding. So the church as a body, I think, has given a very good platform for all the styles of music to thrive. But I think there's a gap as far as knowledge is concerned on the members and those who administer, for example, in churches, to appreciate these different styles that are there. Okay. Of course, we can talk about moderacy and all that, but that's probably a topic for another day. But to your point, yes, the church, I think, has tried. There's more that can be done by the singers themselves and also those people who give this platform in various churches for a cappella singers to minister.
And finally, in our news today, Dr. Harrington Akombwa has been re-elected to serve as the president of the Southern Indian Ocean Division of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, SID. Speaking from the 62nd General Conference session in St. Louis, Dr. Akombwa said he is humbled by the calling and excited not just by the position, but by the opportunities God is placing before the church. He described the last 3 years under which he served as president a period of preparation, saying he now understands the dynamics, the challenges, and the beauty of the 23 countries that make up the division. Dr. Akombwa outlined a bold roadmap for the next 5 years, starting with regional realignment. He emphasized that countries such as Angola and Malawi must be subdivided to meet the needs of the church growth and to ensure stronger institutional representation. He explained that the number of delegates at the General Conference session depends on the number of institutions within a division, making realignment a strategic priority. As part of SID's 5-year evangelism plan, the leadership has already visited Zambia and the Indian Ocean Union Conference. Dr. Akombwa stressed the need for prayer, calling on church members to seek the infilling of the Holy Spirit to rise to the challenge ahead.
As we look at another 5 years in SID, I am excited, not because I'm chosen, I'm excited because of the opportunities that the Lord places before us. I will treat the 3 years that I was in office as the preparation for this particular one. At least at this time, I'm aware of the dynamics, I'm aware of the challenges and also the opportunities, and I also have become aware of the people, the exciting people that are in SID in the 23 countries. And so I look forward to an exciting time wherein we are going to work together with the Church of the Living God. We have learned here at the session that realignment and subdivision is the way forward. The number of delegates that represent any division depends on the number of institutions that they have. And so here we come Angola, Angola must divide, Malawi must divide. Without talking about South Africa, that is our mandate. But beyond that, the mission of the church indeed is that of taking the everlasting gospel out. And so our impact now gets even solidified. We have been to Zambia, we have been to IOUC this year, and we are preparing for Mozambique next year, even as we will move on to Angola the following year. And from Angola we come to the 3 Zimbabwe unions, and we climax with Malawi. And so I would like to ask our members, please, let's be on our knees praying. We need the infilling of the Holy Spirit for us to be equal to the challenge that is before us.
Well, that story closes our bulletin, but before we go, here are stories that made headlines. President Hichilema pushes for joint ventures to drive inclusive economic growth. Luansha District Commissioner calls for continued support to keep girls in school. And a $5.2 million rural water project rolled out in Mwense District. Zagma pushes for inclusivity and awareness in church music. My name is Mwene Muyanga, and George Kalimukwa has been our sign language caster on behalf of the entire production team and crew. Bye for now.